Season NBA action. We'll watch the Toronto Raptors in this one as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Clark, when you look at some of the best rebounding teams in the NBA, these two squads really stand out, don't they?
They sure do, Kevin. Expect to see a lot of activity under the boards tonight because both of these teams take great pride in rebounding and are excellent at doing it.
And it's George finishing it off.
Emphatically throwing it down. Tevin George. Way to go.
Rodriguez passes to Young. Henderson kicks to Young. Back to Henderson. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. 3 on the clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Caffey. Off target from outside. Here's Rush. Pass to O'Neal. For 3. The shot by Ori. No good. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Henderson passes to Stewart. Back to Henderson. Over to the left wing. And here's Stewart. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. There's the pick. Here's Rodriguez. Caffey the pass to Henderson. Yep, that one goes.
Not a big part of Caffey's game, but he's smart to move the ball to a ready shooter.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Pass to Shaq. Rebound by the Raptors. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. I mean, they never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
Now here's Rodriguez after Shaquille O'Neal's miss. It's George on the wing, defended by Young. A nice shot by George.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Stewart. Young outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the left side wing. Here's Caffey. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of scoring.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Here's Young after the basket by Los Angeles. They set the pick. Here's Rodriguez. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 4. Rush dishes to Parker. Rush the pass to Ori. Here is Shaq. Henderson defending. And finished off by O'Neal.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
Stewart with it. Rodriguez outside. Back to Stewart. Pass to Rodriguez. On its way from Young for 2. And again, Toronto no up. The Lakers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Now Stewart. Here's Caffey. And stolen by Ori. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Here's Pargo. Still scoreless. Shot clock at 6. Pass to O'Neal. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And so Lenny Wilkins calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Toronto, they're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season.
And I think for Toronto, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
Now here's Rodriguez. 32 points for him last game against the Golden State Warriors. Well, here the regular season clock in full swing. Think the teams topping the rankings now are going to stay there?
Well, I tell you, Kevin, it's way too early to know. Trades, injuries, how teams improve. There's so much that could happen and totally shift the power balance. I think we just got to let a little more time pass before we start locking into which teams are at the top of the heap.
The first free throw is good.
You know, he's somebody his guys like playing with because he does whatever is necessary to win.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Los Angeles leading by 6. Has to rush. To the inside. George. And it's George finishing it off.
Shaq doing a nice job setting that screen.
Here's Rodriguez. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Now, here is Young, defended by George. Young outside. Clock at 6. Back to Rodriguez. Young outside. Puts up a 3. The shot by Rodriguez, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Pargo. Outside, O'Neal. Here's Ori. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the paint. Here's Rodriguez. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Pargo. Nothing on the board. And Shaq with the slam.
Talk about being unstoppable. Shaquille O'Neal on that play. Just too big, too explosive.
Raptors trail by 8. Now, here's Stewart. Pass to Rodriguez. Five to shoot. Right at the free throw line. Second chance shot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Looking bullish on the attack. Caffey has a really good knack for how to draw fouls.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And he makes the first.
And you can tell from how he moves that Jason Caffey plays with force. He uses those muscles smartly to get past defenders and to win those battles.
And he makes both free throws. The Lakers with the ball. 6-point lead, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often. O'Neal is a big man with a big personality, and that time, a little showmanship on the slam.
Stewart with the bounce pass. Rodriguez in the post. 6 to shoot. Now just 1 for 7 with that miss. Tough night so far. Now Rush. He had 10 points in the win against the Nuggets in Denver. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Pargo. And finished off by O'Neal.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Raptors trail by 10. And timeout called by Lenny Wilkins. He's ready to talk things through with them. One guy who's been getting it done is Shaquille O'Neal.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Murray's checked in for Rush. Shaw subbed in for Pargo. Murray's checked in for Toronto. Parker comes in for Rodriguez. And here's Stewart. Parker with it. Murray outside. Pass to Henderson. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Outside, Ori. Offline with his 3. Parker surveying the floor. On the wing, Murray. To the middle, stolen by O'Neal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And Shaq with the slam.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now, here's Parker. Last game with 30 points. On the wing, Murray. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
Shaw passes to Murray. Here's O'Neal. Oh, and the dunk by Shaq.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Parker. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Murray against Murray. Shot clock at 6. Parker kicks to Murray. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Inside, here's Shaq. That ball, nice feed that time from Jordan. O'Neal's got 16 points.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Now here's Murray. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And the shot goes in.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Los Angeles leading by 12. Here is Shaw. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Shaq. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
Boy, they keep feeding Shaq, and he keeps scoring. The big guy giving his team exactly what they want.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Parker with no one around. And the 3 off target. Now the Lakers on the break. Murray the pass to Shaw. Pass to O'Neal. Lays it up off the glass. Shaq's got 20.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, No wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball. And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Shaw passes to Walker. Here's Medvedenko, guarded by Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Walker with the 3. It's rebounded by Tyrone Hill. Raptors trail by 14. Person the pass to Murray. Now Hill. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Pfizer. And the shot is long. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Here's Medvedenko, guarded by Bradley. Medvedenko, the pass to Walker. Here is Shaw. Pass to Medvedenko. Shoots over Bradley. Some changes for Toronto. Njai checked in, and it's Kukoc in for Bradley.
Into the lineup for Raptors, Njai, Tony Kukoc.
Raptors trail by 14. Murray outside. Pass to Njai. Back to Murray. Here's Pfizer. Still without a basket. Here's Kukoc. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Love the assertiveness from Kukoc, a valuable offensive weapon for this team.
Here's Medvedenko. Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Pass to Kukoc. Here's the 3. And Medvedenko pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Murray, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Person. He's covered by Murray. Here's Person. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Down low. Murray, no good. Los Angeles leading by 14. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Murray against Murray. Murray kicks to Kukoc. They set the pick. And again, no good by Toronto. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Walker the pass to Shaw. Here's Medvedenko. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. When you compare the numbers from the 80s, mid-90s to today, scoring, Greg, and pace is down. Why?
Well, I think the game has become dominated by big men, and so that lends to slowing it down, trying to grind out wins.
And so the timeout by Phil Jackson here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. changes here for the Lakers. Shaq's checked in for Madsen. Rush comes in for Murray. And it's Pargo in for Shaw.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. That's off as well, so he misses both. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Pass to Rodriguez. To the paint, looking for Young. He gets it there. Here's Parker. And again, no good by Toronto. Lakers leading by 16. Pargo kicks to Walker. Now Rush. And there's Shaq. That's good on the assist by Rush. Rush has got his 5th assist in this one. Now here's Parker. On the wing, Jones shoots over Walker. And they get it back. The shot by Rodriguez, no good. Lakers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 and 6. And Shaq with the slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Outside, Jones. And again, no good by Toronto. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Pargo dishes to Rush. O'Neal looking around. Pass to Medvedenko. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And so Lenny Wilkins calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Corey's checked in for Medvedenko. Henderson's checked in for Toronto. In the corner, Rodriguez with it. Parker outside. Back to Rodriguez. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Shaq's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Rush the pass to Parker. Here's Rush. Here's Pargo. 8 points his last outing. Clock at 4. Over Parker. Here's Shaq, and the dunk by O'Neal.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Pass to Henderson. To the inside. Here's Caffey. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. The Lakers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here is Ori. To the middle. Here's O'Neal.
Letting his actions do his speaking and his actions say, I'm just too good.
Toronto calls timeout. And the Lakers making a change here. George is checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Stewart's checked in. Pass to Rodriguez. Now Henderson. Rodriguez left side. Over Pargo. The shot by Rodriguez, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And here's Stewart. To the right side. From deep. The shot by Rodriguez, no good.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time some. Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
Stewart passes to Caffey. Toronto working the ball around now. Bounce pass Young. Now here's Rodriguez. He's covered closely and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, great work inside. He doesn't mind taking punishment on the way up.
Toronto shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Tell you what, it's been a different story for them at the line this season. When you measure those numbers against last season's, I mean, they've taken a big-time dip, guys.
He doesn't get the second one. And here's the Lakers. Big time run continues here. 16-0, shutting it down. And Rush kicks to Pargo. Here's Rush, defended by Young. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Honestly, I have no idea what happened right there. That was wild.
Stewart with it. Henderson with the screen for Stewart. Pass to Rodriguez. Fades back. And Shaq pulls it down.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Oh, he's not going to miss that.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Excellent anticipation from Shaq. He's in the right place at the right time to grab that one and get the break started.
George has gone a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. Now Stewart. And there's the foul, and it's called on Gennaro Pargo. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team.
1:53 left to play here in the half. Young outside. 5 on the clock. Out to the wing. With the shot.
Oh, superb D. I like seeing him be this active and engaged.
Inside, taken away by Rodriguez. 1:25 left here in the second. Young outside, but 3. And Shaq pulls it down. Shaq's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Rush dishes to Pargo. Oria screen on Young. Pass to O'Neal. And the layup's good off the glass. Shaq's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Out to the right wing. Here's Rodriguez. And that time, also a missed shot.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Stewart. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Shaquille O'Neal getting it done for LA. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Henderson outside. Young against George. Pass to Caffey. To the wing right side. Here's Henderson. Lakers with the rebound. Outside, George. Margo the pass to Rush. Three-pointer. Here's Shaq. And Shaq with the slam.
This is where Shaq does his best work. So dangerous in tight because he's dominant close to the basket.
Pass to Young. Henderson kicks to Young. Raptors moving the ball around. Now, here's Stewart. Here's Henderson. That's short off the rim. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Stewart. Right wing. Young passes to Caffey. Henderson banked in off the glass.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
O'Neal on the wing. Henderson defending. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Shaquille O'Neal is a guy who spends a lot of time at the foul line.
It's his first trip to the line.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Yeah, it wasn't his best performance at all from the stripe. He's got to put it behind him, and I know he'd like to immediate. And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
He's off on the first.
You know, Shaq is a nightly double-double threat and a behemoth in the paint. Really, a powerful, powerful force.
We got this. Oh, yeah, shoot it. Get it.
And the second free throw, good. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And here's Stewart. Here's Rodriguez. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Raptors shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
First team foul. Shooting for Toronto. Rodriguez.
First one falls for him.
And let's face it, every point matters in this league. You have to take advantage of these freebies.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
The high post shot. Los Angeles with another miss. And here are the Raptors now. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. O'Neal against Henderson. O'Neal with the defensive effort. To the paint. Here's Ori. And the dunk by Ori.
Most often we see Ori camping out at the three-point line. That time, he goes right to the rim.
Rodriguez outside. Pass to Young. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I like how he drew contact and got the foul in the act. Smart play.
For Toronto, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Pargo. He has yet to score. Pass to George. Now Rush. O'Neal a screen on Stewart. Rush from outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
Pretty savvy call. He was confident the pick and roll would create the opening they needed.
Rodriguez outside. To the middle. Cappy's shot is off. LA has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Ori gets the bucket. Ori's got 4 points in the quarter.
If Ori has to, he will get physical, and that can make him tough to stop inside.
Rodriguez outside. Pass to Henderson. It's blocked by Shaq.
Love the aggressive defense right at the rim. He refused to let that thing get through.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. In the corner, George with it. Here's O'Neal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Shaq's got 39.
Take a look at how Shaq owns the paint. Nobody's getting in his way inside.
Stewart with it. To the wing right side. Here's Rodriguez. And they pick up 2. Rodriguez has got 7 points.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Outside, George. Pass to Ori. And there's the drive. A beautiful reverse layup. 8 points for him.
And we sometimes forget about how athletic Ori is, showing off a little bit there on the drive.
Now Stewart. Six to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Here's Pargo. No scoring in this one. Pass to George. Now Shaq. Henderson defending. Rodriguez feeling it out a bit. And here's Stewart. Back to Rodriguez. Shot clock at 5. Ori with the rebound. Ori's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Pargo. Has to rush. Now here's Shaq. Henderson defending. Here's O'Neal. Lays it up and banks it in. Shaq's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Young dishes to Henderson. Rodriguez kicks to Stewart. Young outside. Takes a 3. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Pargo. Now Rush. Outside, George. Launches from deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Caffey's got his 7th rebound here tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Rodriguez passes to Young. Henderson dishes to Young. Doesn't go for him. George with the defensive effort. Pass to Pargo. Here's Ori. And here's Shaq. Henderson defending. Here's O'Neal. Misses the baby hook.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now, here's Stewart. Over to the left wing. Here's Rodriguez. George with the defensive effort. Lakers have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Nice step back to get it off. George has got 12 in the game.
And George has become someone you can depend on, especially when it comes to shooting the ball from there.
Young passes to Rodriguez. Pass to Caffey. And stolen by Ori. Here's George. And he can't bank that one in. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Raptors. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Lakers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Has to Rush. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. O'Neal inside. Henderson defending. And O'Neal gets it to go.
All night he's been recognizing the mismatch and taking advantage.
Now here's Rodriguez. Henderson outside. Pass to Caffey. It's Young on the wing. Clock at 6. Henderson finds Young. Launches a 3. And a check with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break.
And so versatile. Ori can play a number of positions and can be plugged into just about any lineup.
First trip to the line for him here.
Line for 2, Robert Ory.
The first free throw is good.
What you like about Robert Ory is his reliability. I mean, his team knows exactly what they can expect from him, and he delivers what they expect time and time again.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Walker's checked in for George. Murray comes in for Rush. Shaw subbed in for Gennaro Pargo. Ori hits them both. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. And here is Parker. Pass to Murray. Jacks up a 3. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Toronto ball.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Lakers, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that number 1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
And you know, for Los Angeles, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff. Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
Pass to Walker. Now Murray. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Walker. Just 4 to shoot. Shaw, no good. Parker outside. Pass to Murray. Over Murray. And Medvedenko pulls it down.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more in. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Los Angeles, guys, shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want, when they want it. Murray outside. No good from outside. The Raptors shooting additional 20% for the game.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Medvedenko. And we're seeing more and more high schoolers coming straight to the NBA. Some wish the league would require players, Greg, to wait a few years first. Why is that?
Kevin, I think the concern is talent evaluation. But if you give high schoolers an opportunity to compete at a higher level, scouts should have plenty to dissect.
Wide open look here for Murray. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The shot by Medvedenko, no good. And Murray's got the ball here for Toronto. Pass to Caffey. Murray against Murray to the left side wing. Here's Pfizer. Just 5 on the clock. From about 16, Murray with the defensive effort.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here is Shaw. He's covered by Murray. Parker against Murray. Here's Medvedenko. Toronto grabs the miss. Caffey's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Back to Murray. Outside Hill. Raptors moving the ball around. Parker outside. Down low. Here's Pfizer. Off with the layup. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Pass to Shaw. Now here's Murray. Here's Medvedenko. Launches it. They get it again. Madsen. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Typical effort play by Madsen. He is not ever short of effort.
And the Raptors with some changes. Henderson's checked in for Hill. Kukoc comes in for Murray. And Person subbed in for Parker.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
Clearly, he's the ultimate team player when you look at what Mark Madsen brings. Anything you ask him to do for the team, he'll do it.
To the inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Murray against Kukoc. Here's Medvedenko. Powered down at for the assist. Let him into the lane.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
Well, he doesn't count on elevation or hang time, that's for sure, but he can still get it in the basket.
Person no good. LA's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Murray, the pass to Shaw. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That's on the defense right there. I mean, you got to push Matson farther out than that.
Pass to Caffey. Here's Pfizer. Shoots over Walker. Nails the baby hook. Pfizer's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Madsen. Henderson defending. Murray, the pass to Walker. Here's Medvedenko. The shot misses. Kukoc against Murray. Kept alive. Pfizer. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Some changes for Toronto. Stewart's checked in for Kukoc. And Rodriguez is subbed in for Person.
One shot.
One shot.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Murray against Stewart. Here's Medvedenko. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's a gimme right there. That's exactly what you want.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Rodriguez outside. Pass to Pfizer. Over Walker. And the Raptors miss again. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. Lets it go with the three. Second shot opportunity. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Defense doing just enough right there. Sometimes that's all you need.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
Shaw passes to Manson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, his game is anchored by hustle and hard work. Matson will take the hard knock if he has to. He's not afraid of contact.
2 shots.
Two.
And that one misses. And Toronto making a change here. Young's checked in. And he sinks the second. For Toronto, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Rodriguez outside. And Young kicks to Rodriguez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stewart passes to Young. Here's Caffey. Misses the 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Pass to Walker. Murray scanning the floor. Here's Medvedenko. Back to Murray. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Shaw, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Now Stewart. He's covered by Murray. Henderson with the screen for Stewart. Back to Rodriguez. Shaw with the rebound. And Los Angeles guys shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. They set the pick. Murray, the pass to Walker. Here's Shaw. Off target at the rim. Raptors shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. To the wing on the left. Stewart with it. Back to Rodriguez. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers. Walker's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Madsen. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Madsen's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Hey, it's a given. Madsen's going to be active in the lane.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And here is Rodriguez. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Murray against Stewart. Here is Shaw. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And when you work that rock down low, take shots from there. You'll shoot it at a very high clip.
Now Stewart out to the right wing. Rodriguez right side. Shaw with the rebound. Shaw's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Walker. Here's Madsen. Henderson defending for 3. Murray. Good defensive work there by Young. Toronto's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Here is Shaw. Pass to Murray.
2 minutes.
Out to the right wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the right side. 4 on the clock. The tray. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Rodriguez kicks to Henderson. Rodriguez outside to the left wing. Stewart misses. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
To the paint, here's Medvedenko. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shaquille O'Neal.
He was on a tear. Everything seemed to be finding the bottom of the net for him. I'm sure he'd like to build on that performance going forward.
And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good. Young looking it over. Pass to Caffey. Rodriguez outside. Back to Young to stop the drought. Lakers with the rebound. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here is Shaw. So it's Los Angeles win this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home,